channel is not what I was planning on using it, but apparently I called HR today and they're like, oh, you're active. And I'm just like, wait, what? I can be like, I'm an active employee? And they're like, yeah. And I'm just like, ooh, nice. Does that mean I get to like go back? And they're like, wait on it, you know, and I got it. And they're like, yep. I was like, you are able to. And I'm just like, yeah, fantastic. And they're like, we'll reach out to, you know, your managers, you know, and let them know. And I'm just like, okay, you know, this is fantastic, you know. And then I did get information on like other aspects of, you know, UPS too, you know, just because like I just needed to like make sure, you know, kind of thing like that. And I showed up, and before I showed up I did call the manager that was on duty, and I talked to him and he's like, okay, cool, you know, that's fantastic. I was like, well, I just need to like see the email and you can, you know, come in and stuff like that. I'm just like, fantastic, you know. And then so I showed up and he's like, oh, I can't let you work tonight. And I'm just like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah, I haven't got anything. And I'm just like, okay, I'll call HR, you know. And then they called HR, and HR was like, yeah, she can work tonight. And he's like, no, she cannot work tonight. She needs to go through this program. And I'm just like, wait, what program? Like, there was no program, like no program whatsoever. And I'm just like, wait, what? And I'm just like, do you need like a hard copy of this, like, you know, document of me being able to work tonight? And he's like, you know, kind of thing like that. But I'm just like, I need to come in and like use your computer. And he's like, no, I am not letting you in. You know, I'm just like, wait, what? Kind of thing like that. And I'm just like, okay, I don't get this, you know, kind of thing. And then like he like made me like start this program now, you know. And I'm just like, it's called like Visas of Living. And I'm just like, I don't know when this happened, but okay, this is really new. Like, he's just like, whatever, you know, kind of thing like that. And then like he even like gave me like a phone number to call. And I'm just like, so strange. And I'm just like, HR, you know, I don't like understand this. Like, I don't know why I can't work tonight. And they're like, I don't know what to tell you, kind of thing like that. And I'm just like, this is so confusing, you know. And so like I like left, you know. And I like, you know, had a disagreement with my manager, because obviously my manager has feelings for me, you know. And so I'm just like, yo, you know, like, this has nothing to do with employment. Like, I'm sorry, like, I understand you want to have conversations about romance, like, I get that, but that has nothing to do with me punching in and being on the clock. Like, that has nothing, like, I didn't, like, even if that's how I got the job, even though that's not how I got the job, but even if that is how I got the job, romance has nothing to do with, you know, being clocked in and working. Like, relationships is a whole different thing, you know. And I made sure that I understood that through HR a few times in the last like couple weeks. You know, I comprehend that there's a difference, you know, being an employee versus relationships is two different things, you know. I comprehend that, you know. I made sure to understand that, because I was like, maybe there's some confusion, maybe I'm confused, like maybe that has something to do with it. And UPS is like, no, it is two different things, you know. And I'm like, okay, then I can like most definitely work tonight, you know. And yeah, and it was like something else, you know. And I'm just like, I don't get this. And then I went to the other station and I like talked to like a couple people, and then apparently, you know, they got the night manager, you know, because that's who I went to see, because he was my manager for a while. Evening, I should say, the twilight. He was the twilight manager, so he was my manager for a few months. But so I talked to him, and apparently I think he got a call from Jacob, the manager up there, you know, kind of thing, because he was like talking to me, you know. And then he's like, but honestly, I can't like let you stay here because you're not technically a employee at that station. And I'm just like, whoa, you know. I'm just like, okay. But like, okay. So apparently he got in trouble, but like, seriously, like, what? And honestly, like, I don't even know if I'm part of the union. Like, I don't know if I'm actually like in the union or not in the union. Like, I don't know if I'm a union or not. Like, I don't know. The last time I looked, like, I don't know. I really don't know. But like, even if I'm in the union, like, can't like the union overthrow like the manager? Like if the union's like the Teamsters is like, hey, you know, Tracy has to come back to work, like, isn't like it like doesn't he have to like let me in? Like, isn't that like mandatory? Like, HR told him that I can work tonight, and he like fought with HR like on the phone saying that telling them no. And I'm just like, I don't understand. And like, the only reason he wants me to do this stuff is so I can like talk to a doctor about, you know, relationships. Like, I don't understand. Like, this, like, relationships have nothing to do with employment. And like, isn't it like the union's job or the UPS is like, I don't understand. Like, I thought the whole point of the union is to protect their employees.